Hello everyone. I know it's been a minute since a proper upload. Um, I'm doing two videos today. The first one should have already come out. It was from the event that just happened yesterday, which wasn't really an event, just a story moment, but pretty cool. Um, this video is a little different. I'm not talking about anything like I usually do. I want to talk about what the title of the video is, why Creative 1.0 maps, or at least most of them, or the majority, turned out better than Creative 2.0 maps. So the first thing I guess is like, judging by, the maps that I've made, obviously they had like flaws and everything, but like they're detailed, they had like proper stories to them. And I'm including like not just solo battle royale. I'm talking about like all my mission maps and even some of the future ones I'm gonna make, like the horror ones, which you'll see after solo battle royale is done. I think the difference between 2.0 and 1.0 is a lot of stuff on 2.0, you're getting it handed to you. Like, you have so many, like, assets and, like, so many, like, characters and stuff that are already, like, animated or are already decently well done for you. Whereas 1.0, you gotta do, like, all of that yourself, and you're very limited. Like, you don't have a lot of the stuff that, you get in 2.0, which it sucks, and we'll never ever get 2.0 on console, but yeah, the difference is for 1.0, since you don't have access to everything your average 2.0 creator uses, you are kind of forced to, if you want a good map, obviously put in more work. Whereas 2.0, they can be lazy. It's just like, okay, I want to build an event, like some giant creature fighting, and then all of a sudden you just go onto the website, download whatever free creature they have on it, put it in, do a couple animations, have it like fight or destroy something, and boom, map is done. Or you can even like have it as a boss fight. But that's like all they have to do, pretty much. Like, they can have everything made for them. And don't get me wrong, there's some out there. There's some good Creative 2.0 maps out there where they put in detail and like all the little things. But that's why I said a majority. Because a lot of the times I'm seeing horror, let's say like a horror game on 2.0, you can tell it's very copy and paste from like previous 2.0 games that came out. Like, I see that way too much, where it's like the exact same start, the exact same props. Like, they feel kind of repetitive to a point, where 1.0, it's like you're forced to be unique. You're forced to put in the little details because that's all you could really do. I'm gonna give some examples. Like patient 104. You wake up in the hospital. You don't know what's going on. It's completely empty. The atmosphere is really good to the point where it's like, it's like a sort of horror game. And then, eventually they added part 2, but it's very well designed, unique map. And now it's, now you can't play it anymore because there's 1.0. And I guess they didn't transfer over, they just stopped playing, which sucks because there's a lot of good 1.0 maps that used to be out there, and now, unless that creator comes back and transfers them or starts building on 2.0, you're just not able to play them anymore, which is unfortunate. Like, I've left 1.0 in the dust, and you know, we get the average update every once in a while, but it's not even close to how they used to update 1.0. And yeah, that's not really fair, because there's not, you know, not your entire player base can even build on 2.0, so you're leaving the creative community to kind of die, basically. But yeah, there's a bunch of other good 1.0 maps. Like, you guys seen mine. Not to toot my own horn, but I know I did put a lot of detail into my maps. You know, I had help with it. They were always unique and didn't really, they didn't steal from other things, so. Yeah. What's some other good? I'm trying to think of some more creative 1.0 maps. There were good, like, parkour ones, like Scissors Death Run. I'm not sure if you can play that still, but yeah, that was made in 1.0. There were a bunch of, like, 1v1 maps, and these were the maps where, like, they kind of became the staples of creative mode. Like, no matter what, like, people still remember, like, BHE 1v1 or Clicks box fights, or certain, like, old horror maps or story maps, like Alberton Hills, which you can still play. They transferred it, so that is good. It's probably still one of my favorite creative story maps of all time. If you haven't played it, you should check it out. There's like 3 or 4 parts. Yeah, I feel like they should be, you know, not shifting the focus really, but putting some focus back into 1.0, because if you let that die out, you're losing, I would say, well over half of your proper good creative map makers. You know, they don't have to, like, upload or make maps just for themselves, and if you don't allow them to build for themselves, you're just going to lose them from playing the game entirely. And I don't think that's what Epic would want, so I guess we'll see the direction it goes in, but so far, I don't really have too much hope for 1.0. There's so much that's wrong with it right now. Like, there's a ton of glitches, tons of stuff that we still haven't had added. The loot pool and the chests are still not fixed, and it's been like that since, like, chapter 2, season 5, I believe. That's unfortunate. So yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping they do a turnaround, but it's not really looking like it, so. There are also, some honorable mentions. There were these 2 Halloween maps that I played. Actually, I think there was 3. There was a gun game one, 2v2, or 1v1, depending on how many players were in the game. They just had, like, very small, dark maps. I'm sure I could find it on YouTube, and if I do, I'll bring it up in the next video. But it was like, it's just a gun game, and you had, like, Halloween weapons, like pumpkin launchers and stuff, and you just try to be the first to win 3 games. So yeah, that one was definitely a fun game. This guy's interrupting my peak. Then there's this one. There's another one. There's, like, some big, like, castle. I think that one was gun game, actually, as well. I don't really remember it too much, but yeah, I'm sure I could find it if I search hard enough. I know I have found it before on YouTube, so don't think it'd be that hard to find again. And then there was like a cool zombie map as well. Also, my lord, dude, freaking skill-based matchmaking is still not fixed. Nigga, I think that's something I'm not ever gonna fix. Actually gonna... Go away. Trying to kill. So you have people like this that like, they're not even trying to survive, they just want to kill you. Like that. Like I got him solo, but they just like keep chasing. That's the type of people you find in Reload, so. Yeah, Battle Royale is not in a good state either. And they'll only go downhill from here. But yeah, as far as like everything else, I'm gonna talk about my stuff now. The reason it's been taking so long for an upload is because we're working on the new map, and it is taking a decent chunk of time because, you know, we both got work, we both had school. It's hard to find time to like build, and when we do build, it's like very hard to work with the locations with all the glitches and like, you know, not having access to proper like terrain, so we have to like make some of it low-key kind of ugly because we're very limited, which is fine. It's just, yeah. So I think for the next few maps before it all ends, we're gonna go back to using the type of stuff we use for like chapter 2 and 3 and 4. It's definitely not certain pieces because I know some of them broke, but we're definitely not using the ones we did this time, even though it looks nice. It's just, yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So maybe eventually I'll do another stream on like Call of Duty or something, just to keep the uploads going. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. I expect the map to be done within the next month or two. Yeah, around that. So, see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.